Hello to my patrons and the people who waited a year. I haven't clipped the mic on yet because I want to get the thumbnail early, and I hate seeing the mic in the thumbnail. It always bothers me. I don't know why. That's just the kind of person I am. So let's get this here thumbnail. I think we got it. I had a different expression in mind, but I'm going to go with that. Yeah, fuck it. That's it. All right, now let's clip it on. You have no idea how close you got to sick beats this week. The gimmick for today is do it like I'm trans in the year 2025. So should be a lot of fun. No idea what I'm going to do for an opening line. Well, I have 15 seconds to figure it out, so let's do it, shall we? Just watching the clock. Finally a challenge. And this is where the theme song goes. I'll edit it in later. These go up 1 year after they go on Patreon, so thanks for sticking it out if you never gave me a dime. You're listening to Fix My Car Cast, hosted by Bear Claw Billy, and this is episode 175. Comedian and musician Keith Hebert has a podcast called Mo Keith Time if you want to check that out. But first, housekeeping. This is the show where you pick what I say and how I say it. Pick a topic or prompt by donating to the GoFundMe and vote on the gimmick by joining my Patreon for just $1 a month. Join at the $5 or higher level and also get bonus episodes and behind-the-scenes footage. Links are in the description. Also down there, merch. Get yourself some merch. Hey, it's Pride, and if you want to get fucked at the parade, well, get a Fix My Carcast t-shirt, make a little crop out of it. Oh my gosh. Every kind of person is going to come running, and you're going to come... Which brings me to our new segment, Shirt of the Week. On episode 169, I had to write 10 t-shirt slogans, and I plan to make each one actually available to buy on a t-shirt. This week's slogan is... No earthquake is good. If you would like that sentence printed on something you can wear, find the link in the description. No new donors this week. The total raise for paying off my car repair debt is still holding at $2,592. Also, when we get to $3,000, it unlocks an automatic show gimmick, which is I will record an episode at sea. Fun fact, did you know that this whole podcast disappears when we hit $10,000? And maybe also for other reasons too. Who knows? Life is uncertain. Hey, do you like the theme song? No? Well, if you make a donation of $50 or more, in addition to picking an episode topic, you get to change one thing about the theme song forever. Unless somebody else changes it back. Want me to make it sound like a Daft Punk song, but all the lyrics are words banned by the Trump administration on government websites? I've already made a song like that, but I'll do it. $50. Also, if you would like to own the painting I destroyed in episode 120 of Fix My Car Cast, I'll be giving it away to the next person who donates $100 or more. If you'd like to see the painting before you buy it, it can be viewed in the raw video version of episode 120 over on YouTube. Link in the description. And there are no more prizes in the queue after that one. I thought that would be a fun, cute thing to do, and then whatever. You don't know what I did just now because you're listening to the audio version only. You cheapskate. No new patrons this week. Bummer. Now it's time for a topic suggestion. I'll suggest topics I think I could easily talk about for a whole episode, though admittedly I think the show is more fun when it's something I'm completely clueless about. So, something I could talk about is... I don't know. Want to know more? Donate today. Are you looping it on mute? Checking in on the best city in the world, and based on which city listened to the last episode the most. And our big winner is Westbrook, Maine. Congratulations, Westbrook, Maine. Let it be known that your detention center, Palantir server farm, and statue of our glorious leader are the best in the world for 7 days. Last episode, I talked about Rhode Island while recording it in front of a 12-foot skeleton. You can see video of the original recording, plus a little extra, over on Patreon. Also, head over to Patreon for a bonus episode where I talk about Final Destination Book Club. Okay, let's talk next week's gimmick poll. These are your choices for next week's episode gimmick. They are: visit Jasper Yellower in prison, invite Jean-Claude Hiddleston on the show, sneak into Pith headquarters, and our returning gimmick, shotgun 4 beers if the last episode got 44 downloads. Fuck. Let's review. Number 1, visit Jasper Yellower in prison. Of course, we all know Jasper Yellower. What a piece of shit. I will confront him in prison. Number 2, invite Jean-Claude Hiddleston on the show. Of course, we all know who Jean-Claude Hiddleston is, and I will have him on the show. Number 3, sneak into Pith headquarters. Well, we all know what's going down at Pith, and I've got to do something about it. And our returning gimmick, number 4, shotgun 4 beers if the last episode got 44 downloads. That means at the time of recording the next episode, it has to have gotten 44 downloads in that time. Haven't checked in a while, but I'm pretty damn sure it hasn't gotten there. Remember that any gimmick that gets just a single vote is eligible for a second chance in 6 weeks. Be sure to vote over on Patreon. The poll closes Thursday, June 12th at noon Eastern America time. All right, time for today's gimmick, which is do it like I'm trans in America in the year 2025. Of course, gimmicks don't start until housekeeping is out of the way, in case any of them prevent me from sharing vital information. Whew! Can you imagine if I started that one early? But now, we are entering the gimmick zone. From this point on, gimmicks are active and everything is improvised. There's no sponsored topic for today's episode, so I'll take inspiration from a randomized Wikipedia page, which is Central District, Kausar County in good old Iran. Established in 1996, the capital is Kyiv. Okay, well, first of all, I need to get into character, so let's see. I'm trans, okay. I guess I can imagine that. I'm in America. I mean, it's a pretty big place, but like, you know, if I had to centralize it somewhere, I don't know, just off the top of my head, Maine, maybe one of Maine's weird places that are named after other places. They love doing that. So let's say Toledo, Ohio, Maine, and the year 2025. Yeah, a lot happened that year. That was the year Sinners came out. And the Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. That was great. Man, yeah, okay, Trans America 2025. Let me really, okay, if I was going to do a podcast about whatever in the year 2025, I mean, America, like all 3 parts of this gimmick are really important. Sorry, folks, usually I just snap right into character, but like, I don't know, I'm struggling with this one. Like, I mean, well, here's part of the problem. If I was trans in America in 2025, I probably wouldn't have a podcast. I mean, that's never stopped me before. I mean, there are loads of things I've done on this show. You know, the Sex and the City girls never sat down and made a podcast. I mean, I haven't seen And Just Like That. So maybe they did. I don't know. Does one of them have a podcast? I bet Samantha would have a podcast. Spamantha definitely has a podcast. But okay. I don't think I would have a podcast. In fact, I think I would get off of all social media because I would want to lay low because there's like, if I remember correctly, 2025, that was the year that like data and like AI and like all kinds of computer shit was really scary. Like, I'd get rid of all my social media. I might even get rid of my Blue Sky. And that seemed like the last safe one in 2025. So if I was trans, I would be worried that people were tracking my data. I would just want to get off the internet. I would just want to get off the internet real bad. I would be worried about my safety. Like, I wouldn't want to be doing something publicly every week where people can force me to go places. I mean, if I had a podcast where people paid me to do stuff, I know they would abuse that if I was trans in America in 2025. Pretty much the only saving grace would be if my podcast had basically no listeners. That's probably the only thing that would keep me safe. So, yeah. So let's say just, for the sake of safety, I was pulling maybe 20 listeners every week. And that's when things are going well. I don't know. That still might not be safe enough. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really should just be jumping right into character, but this is a really fascinating gimmick. I'll be honest, I didn't think this one was going to win. Won in a landslide. Every single vote was for Do It Like I'm Trans in America in 2025. Now, it doesn't work this way, but I feel like if everyone voted for it, I really got to give it the most effort I possibly can. And I try to do that, and when people pay a lot for the topics, same deal. I try to put as much passion in as I can, but it's hard sometimes because I'm really scared. Everything scares me all the time. Everything. It really does. The fear is the point is a thing that a lot of people said about being trans in America in 2025. Not now in my real life. Not that I want to say what my real life is, because you've always been cool. You've always played along. I never had to show you a peek behind the curtain. I don't have the budget to actually move when the plot requires me to move. When I move, it's because I gotta move, y'all. I want to sample that in a dance song. Here we go. Now I'm in character, trying to make the best of it, even though everything is fucking bleak. God, yeah, what a fucking bleak time in history. Oh man, if anybody had an account of them trying to get out of debt in the years leading up to that point in history, I bet it would be historically significant. But guess what? That's not for me to say. The value of art really goes up if the person that made it is deceased. And being trans in America in 2025, that's a very real reality. I do remember that was a time when people kind of just kept looking the other way and trying to just go about their lives and not take it very seriously that the people they love and the people that create the art that they like, and I'm speaking of roughly 20 people a week, I just hope that they've really taken the time to understand that no more person, no more show. So if I was hosting a podcast in America in the year 2025, whilst trans, or gender fluid, which is under the non-binary umbrella, which is under the trans umbrella, which is under the queer umbrella, in case you needed that explained. I've found that even people who are really, really close to me still need that explained. Why, I came out to a family member very recently. This is me in character, of course. And Audrey Sparkleface, my sister, later was like, Billy, that was really cool how you said, by the way, I'm trans, and then just kind of hung up. Maybe she didn't say the words, that was cool, but, she's like, I didn't know you were trans. I thought you were gender fluid. And that's when I had to be like, oh, well, actually, it's, not all rectangles are squares, but all squares are rectangles. There's layers, there's levels. I don't know if you're watching the video version, I don't know if you saw my bracelet. Sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted, but I caught a glimpse of it in the camera. I forgot that, I put this on for my my costume today to play a trans person in America in 2025. You see, it goes really well with the bruises all up and down my arms because I can't seem to hold a job, and they keep paying less and less and not explaining anything. And everything has just been, a friend of mine likes to say, hollowed out, but it is crumbling. Everything is crumbling, again, in America in 2025, whether or not you're trans. And trans is an interesting part of this whole conversation because, a lot of people are hurting. And it's not a contest. Everybody was real fucked in America in 2025. A very, very dark time. But if you don't know the poem First They Came For, they're coming for you. So not the time to be apathetic. I would even go so far as to say that, they're coming for people they want to deport over me. I'm not saying I'm the first in line, but sure starting to feel like I'm the silver medal of who's getting rounded up. Boy, I'm really in character. And so, yeah, it's something that I wish people would take more seriously. It's not a time to fuck with a trans person, basically. And it's not a time to fuck with any minority group. Honestly, really anybody. It's pretty much the billionaires versus us. And I saw one of those fucking listen to my little democratic southern drawl. Sorry, I thought Democrat because I thought Kevin Spacey. I was like, who has an accent like that and is a creep? Kevin Spacey in House of Cards, and also Kevin Spacey in real life. Doesn't have the accent, but is a creep. But you know, all these fucking June bugs, fucking politicians who are just like, we gotta stop this DEI. We gotta stop making people, like they're saying it out loud. We gotta stop all these people who believe that there's only the oppressors and the oppressed. The oppressors are fucking saying that. I need you guys to grow a clue, please. Like, it just feels like I'm screaming into the faces of people and telling them, like, I'm scared. I could disappear. I wrote a song about my own death. I'm going through some stuff. And I do want to say, people are showing up. People are being so kind and so sweet. You know, I met someone literally a month ago from this recording who didn't have any trans friends, didn't know any trans people. And she took a liking to me for other reasons as well. You know, just, you know, we were both at the same show. And she's like, I feel like I need to protect you. And I said, I'm glad someone finally said it. We go places together. She takes care of me. I teach her more about, you know, being queer in the community and the lifestyle and the learning she still has to do. And, you know, she had recently come out and is brand new to this stuff. And so I'm so glad we found each other in America in the year 2025 while I'm trans. And I gotta say, my life is bettered by spending time with her. She's my best friend. And by the way, I have a lot more friends. A lot of people have been helping me. I don't like to give shout outs because I have to juggle whose names, what names people want to be known by, what I should say. But yeah, a lot of people have been supportive and I think they get it, but there are others that I'm just like, need you to understand why Billy's acting the way they are right now. I guess my character's name is Billy for this episode. I just really need people to get it. Get over the apathy, reach out, help people. Because here's what brought us to this world, y'all. It's the money. To quote my favorite album, Introducing by DJ Shadow. Which is also, my best friend also likes that album. We found out, we went to the same DJ Shadow concert many, many years ago. And that was kind of a fun thing to discover. I love when you find out that you met people before you met them. And, you know, this show literally has time travelers on it. You can meet people before you met them. But I mean in a very literal sense of, oh, we were both at this thing. Oh, we were there. We could have, yeah. And I mean, there's even more to this story. Like me and this friend, you know, we kind of go way back, even though we don't. But that's a story for another time. Hey, maybe sponsor an episode about my best friend. I'll have to check with her in terms of like what she wants me to talk about. But I think it's a very interesting story. But it's ours to tell, not mine. So, but yeah, she's been protecting me. And some of my other friends, you know, I was in the hospital recently. Very strange to be hospitalized and then come out to the Luigi news. But that is what happened. As my hospital bills were starting to come in, our boy Luigi was all over the TV. And, inspired an album. I'm making an album, 1 track every 2 weeks. And it's all about what's going on right now, being trans in America in 2025. Whoa, real coincidence that I'm also actually doing that. My character is, and I'm doing that. Whoa. Anyway, go check out that album on Sploptify. That's the parody. Putting out a track every 2 weeks. By the way, gonna miss the next one. And I feel terrible about it because you know me, I love not missing a deadline. Like this show. I've never missed an episode. Unless you count, the car change up. I did a little reboot. I took a month off, but that was a gimmick. I had to take a month off just to see what it felt like. Felt real good. Yeah. In character. Yeah, having a month off being trans in the year 2025 in America felt real good. Felt real good. It was nice to have a break. I guess let's get into it. Let's get into the show. I feel like I'm going to have to change some things about the show. I don't know what just yet, but I want to warn you now. Some things are going to have to change. I can't do this being trans in America in 2025. Some things are going to have to change. Some of the gimmicks that are going to come back around, I don't feel safe doing anymore while trans in America in the year 2025. I don't know how much I want my face and my voice out there. Especially everything's AI. Did you know that 10% of the artists on Splurp-to-Ferp are AI? Hell, a friend of mine just told me one of their friends is already making AI music. Not a musician, has never tried making it before. By my count, technically never has. Fuck AI with a capital fuck. Not the movie. It's a 6 out of 10 at best, but and not the steak sauce, which is a 1 and is an 11 out of 10. I would chug that shit. There's me finding a little joy. Even in the misery, there's me finding a little joy. That's what I do. Folks, fuck AI. Fuck ChatGPT. I'm sorry that I did ChatGPT once. Stamps did ChatGPT. Of course, beloved character Stamps. You can go back through every episode and hear about Stamps. As a matter of fact, if you're a fan of this show and you'd like some friends to know how your buddy Bear Claw Billy is doing, you could send them this episode, and then maybe that would intrigue them to go back and listen to all the other episodes. I mean, what a wild tale it's been. A tale of capitalism unchecked. But also, we got some vampires and aliens in there. We got a mermaid and a meatball that are best of friends. Sorry, update. I heard they're hanging out now. They're real buddies. So yeah, I'm just kind of what even... The other day I saw an article. Somebody's academic paper was turned into a podcast. They got notified about it, but not in any sort of you'll get financial compensation. You know what, motherfuckers? We're going to talk about this. I love hip-hop. Turntablism specifically. The documentary Scratch by Doug Prey changed my life. Because as a kid, I wanted to learn music, and I couldn't. We're not going to get into why. But poverty, religion, etc. So draw your own conclusions or play your own conclusions, as I often do. Be sure to check out my albums on Flump the Fump. Yeah, I got into music at a very young age, but I didn't know what I was doing. And then all of a sudden, electronic music. I would listen to the radio, and I'd be like, well, that's a guitar. I know what a guitar is. That's drums. I know what drums are. What is that? What is that squelchy, weird thing? How is that voice doing that? What is sampling? What? And electronic music just sent me off to the races. And I promise this is coming back around to AI. I feel like a few of you might be ahead of me. But so yeah, when I was a kid, I used to tape samples off of a cassette deck. I didn't have turntables. Technically, I don't know what you call these. A DJ controller, but I don't know if it's turntables necessarily. But yeah, those are the actual turntables. You can hear scratching up a storm on Now Do a Fun One. Download that right now on, let me make up another silly name, Deezer. So yeah, I love hip hop, especially the production, turntable, sampling side. I also love the lyrics side. I don't think I'm as skilled at rapping, but I don't know. You can go check out some of my songs. Check out Hospital Bill. I feel like that one's a real blast of energy. I had a friend tell me that it gets her out of bed every day. She said there's one single line. The only way forward is already inside you. And then this crazy synth fader fucked solo comes in. And my friend was like, that just gets me so pumped. And yeah, it's so wonderful to have people telling me that they like my music. yeah, I'm really enjoying people complimenting my music, which I don't get a lot on this podcast. So, I mean, I don't really want to go down a rabbit hole here. But yeah, no, I kind of can't get people to check this thing out to save my life. And I get it, comedian with a podcast. I mean, how did we end up here? We're going to put a pin in that. Hip hop, AI, let's go. If one more of you motherfuckers says that AI stealing art is like hip hop, it's like sampling, you're out of your fucking element, Donnie. Get the fuck out. First of all, sampling. Well, let's start from the origins. You want to know what AI is? A bunch of rich bitches going, it really sucks I'm not good at anything. That's all AI is. A bunch of rich bitches saying it sucks that I'm not good at anything. That's a t-shirt. Anyway, hip-hop, because of the Manhattan blackout, a lot of electronics stores got looted. Families that couldn't afford turntables now had turntables, and people figured out, hey, you can really rock a party with 2 turntables and a fader. Hey, this is cool. Look what happens when you rub the record. Hey, like poverty makes creativity. My fucking album is an example of that. But like, do not compare that to AI already. AI is rich bitches. Hip hop is real people doing what they can with the resources they have. At least in its origins. It has, of course, grown as any music genre does, but at its core, that is where hip-hop and sampling comes from. So when you motherfuckers are like, oh, are you okay with sampling? Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with sampling. Because initially, people did raise concerns. Oh no, these people aren't going to get money for this. Well, you know what? You show me a version of AI where it actually goes, hey, we used part of this picture, here's some money. And money they can fucking live off of. Not like 0.003 cents on, let me make up a dog shit company named Spotify. Who, by the way, won't run episodes of this podcast if they feature new music. Define new music. Apparently Sick Beats counts. You know, I had a little congestion in my throat earlier, and I got really, really sad that I couldn't do Sick Beats again because users on Spotify, which by the way, is accepting Steve Bannon back, so don't want my podcast up there or my music. You can go get it on Apple Music. I'll probably put it on Bandcamp. You can get my music all sorts of places that aren't evil. Notice I didn't say Amazon. You can get it there, but they're evil. Probably every corporation is evil. That's the lesson I'm learning here, being trans in America in the year 2025. That is the ultimate lesson that I am taking is, hey gang, maybe it's the money. Why hip hop sucks in 96. Why America sucks in 2025. You know what? Let's autism the fuck out of this. I didn't say that. The gimmick was trans in America in 2025. I didn't say autistic. Just give them one reason to put me in the oven. If you're going in an oven, you should at least look hot. Do I get to make that kind of joke? I mean, it's all just a little bit of history repeating. Propeller Heads featuring Dame Shirley Bassey. Though, quite frankly, should we be calling people dames anymore? Isn't that acknowledging the colonizers that are the British monarchy or UK, Great Britain? I've never known what's what, and neither did they. They Brexited, so now it's even more complicated. Sorry, Americans are too dumb. Anyway, parody. That's another one. Oh, what about parody? Well, I can speak on that. Again, parody is an assessment of something. Just taking the art and not saying anything about it is not parody. I'm sorry. Like, oftentimes, hip-hop and parody are the same thing. Oftentimes, samples will go in a way that recontextualizes them. Oh, here's some old white dude talking about something that's normal to him, but in a modern context, holy shit, we used to think that way? Like, you find examples of that all over hip-hop. So just get out of here with your fucking AI is like hip-hop. You know, I stopped talking to someone because they were pro-AI. And yeah, they surprised me. A fellow trans in America in the year 2025. I don't know if they'll ever hear this, and quite frankly, I don't care. But yeah, that was the friendship ender. Was like, really, pro AI, you're a writer. I mean, not anymore because you're letting a computer do it, but like, it was a thing. And I just feel like, this is the time. I am fucking tired of all this. We gotta soften to get everyone on board. No, I'm getting hard as a motherfucker in a few senses. I'm trans in America in the year 2025. Yeah, no, I'm getting hardened. Yeah, a big old soft ball of fun like me has to get hardened now. I have to like keep in mind that I have certain things in my jacket, in my book bag, in my car, by my bed. Oh wait, I told you all the places to look. ICE people who want to raid. Does ICE even come for us? I don't know. I think they're banking on us doing the job ourselves. Yeah, the cheapest gas chamber is the one in your head. I really do believe this. Trans youth, trans people, but trans youth especially, very, very high rate of suicide. And I think that's what these motherfuckers want. They just want us to not be wanted. They want us to not feel wanted. So we'll do the deed. And let me tell you right now, this motherfucker ain't doing the deed. I will survive through all of this shit. Now, people like to say, I'm gonna outlive him. First of all, who's this him? Like, I've never heard such a universal pronoun, but like, people saying things like, I hope he dies. I hope he goes like this. Who's this he, you guys? The only previous he that I know with such weight to their pronoun is God. And I don't think he's a god. Anyway, I don't know, maybe one day this he will be on my show. Maybe he already has. I bet I did a middling impression at best. And of course, I'm speaking of Protein Lump. I figured it out. No, wait. It better not be Garbuda. Garbuda's a god, but Garbuda is no longer with us. Koalamos, the ultimate winner of the Holy War. But hey, speaking of cults, I'm sick of them. I was raised in one. I see all the patterns. MAGA's doing it. MAGA makes you lonely and then tells you that the only way out of that loneliness is through them. Oh, yeah, you got to be a Nazi to not be lonely. That's the catch. Oh, well, okay. All right, let's play Call of Duty and yell about the groups we don't like. But yeah, no, it's really sad. Like having lunch every day with my new best friend, just that small, simple act, and I get so excited to make lunch. I do. She's not much of a cook. I'm okay. You guys never pick the cooking ones on this show. I think I made a sandwich once, but, tacos were on there. Did I eat soup? I had Jell-O. Once. Yeah, it's just so nice to do something for someone. Like, it just feels good. It makes you feel good. I don't know. I saw a thing online the other day in the year 2025 in America while I was being super trans. And it was a movement. Free economy. Being free of the economy. The economy isn't real. And like, again, it's a very scary and unsure time in this country, in this year, in this body. And this proposal was, hey, what if we all just don't recognize money anymore? Both directions. Someone wants our money, we're like, oh, I don't recognize that. What can I do for you instead? Somebody goes to give us money. Nope. I don't want your money. I just want to guarantee that I'm helping. And it was about like, oh yeah, if you have an essential job, keep going. And just do it for no pay. Forced Star Trek. And gang, we've been capitalisming at such a clip, I have got to throw this vampire into the Federation. Wait a minute. Whoa, we're not doing this right now. We're not analyzing. Well, tell you what, the Federation isn't here. It's probably, if it's going to be anything in the stars, it's probably going to be more like Wars. Whoa, wait, never mind. Go back and listen to this show from the beginning. Has this show been therapy? Is this the kind of thing that On Cinema at the Cinema is a parody of? Probably. Did I make an unparody? Yeah, the kind of show that no one really listens to, and it's probably just the main character going through therapy. And also, they're pretty good at improv. Wait, on the real thing, not the parody, which on Cinema at Cinema, oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. Anyway, yeah, I need capitalism to die in a big way, and I saw someone's proposal for it. And I just hate that so many people, friends of mine, who are history buffs, and they know a lot about politics and economics, who would be like, you can't just pretend an economy doesn't exist. You can't just end war by everyone refusing to go to war. Sure. But why not? Why not? You right now in this moment know that money is fake and war is bad. Like, you know it. So what? Like, we can't do it? If we all just start telling our friends, hey, money is fake and war is bad. You hungry? I got food. Yeah, come on over. Like, I think our new currency needs to be like caring about people, looking out for each other. That is all we have. That is all we have. And like, these guys got into this cult because they don't just go talk to a human. They don't just go talk to people. They just don't do it. Like, I see it at my job at the secret fireman station, where I'm wearing my trans bracelet, though sometimes I'm tucking it into my work gloves. Got to be extra careful with those hoses. Wink, boys. But yeah, no, I see it there. Like, it's a bunch of sad, lonely men at the secret fireman station. Like, they come in colorless, no personality. Every once in a while, one of them shows a little bit of personality, and I'm so happy. One guy, I just overheard him mention his favorite type of chocolate. And I just was like, okay, that one's okay. It's really that simple, fellas. You know, just enjoy things and talk about them. Like, you don't have to be so closed off. You don't have to be so lonely. Make friends that are different from you. I have loads of friends that are different from me. I am in such a Venn diagram. If I pulled myself out of the middle, we'd have a community. Unfortunately, all these people come hang out one-on-one. That's another thing. Why did this show start? Oh, let's get into it. Let's get into it. I'm trans in America in the year 2025. I am out of money. Sure, I'm a dreamer. Sure. I like doing silly shit. I like entertaining people. I like making people happy. I like making people feel good and cared for and supported and loved. Look where it's gotten me financially. We do not value this as a nation, that nation being America in the year 2025, trans. We just don't value this. Why don't we value this? I don't understand it. We value money, and then when people have money, they're like, oh, money, I have power now. I can do anything. So this free economy thing that, you know, I will admit, looked a little banged out in Photoshop. At least it didn't look like AI, though. Like, I was like, yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. Why can't we just go, hey, I don't recognize money anymore? Now, we're not stealing stuff, but like, you know, just if anyone tries to pay us for something, oh, no, thanks, keep it. I mean, yeah, it's nuts, but like, and again, if we get enough people on board, yeah, well, we can't even get the fucking Democrats on board. So, I don't know. It's a bleak time, but I don't know. Maybe just start telling your friends money is fake. Maybe there's a t-shirt, money is fake. That could be the title of this episode. It's not. But it could be the title of this episode. Money is fake! Tell your friends. Wait, make some friends, then tell them money is fake. Money is fake. It's fucking fake. Stop living for it. And I'm on a show where all I do is try to collect it. Well, I'm kind of tired of trying to collect it. You know what I am collecting right now? Friends. Support. Care. Art. Love. Doing stupid shit with a room full of diverse people. Try some of that. Try some of that. I have friends who are religious. I have friends who are conservative. It's gotten real hard. The conservative ones have definitely had to be like, okay, I hate where the party is right now. But like, make some new friends. Make some friends that are different. It'll make your life better. It really will. But I'm also going to say this. When I go to work with all these sad, lonely men, I am in fear for my safety. So be safe. Show you're the kind of person people can be safe around. And I know that it sounds fucking radical that a dude just being like, I like pralines and cream. I keep forgetting the fucking brand. I feel so bad. He put himself out there like that and I forgot. What are they called? Lindt? The Lindt balls? Pralines and cream, I think, was the flavor that he said he really liked. But just hearing like, oh, a man enjoying something is fucking radical in the year America while you're 2025 in trans. What the fuck? What the absolute fuck? I hate using phrases that I've heard other places, even though I do it a lot. Robin Williams' brain. Yeah, we need to start valuing making people smile, making people happy, unconditionally. You don't just do nice things for your friends. You see someone in trouble, you help. You meet new people, you help them. It feels good. I've made lunch for a friend every week. Too spicy, hun? Oh, more tomatoes? Just the art of perfecting something. Like a podcast. But the thing is, it's kind of lonely. I don't know if I could do a show with anyone else because I'm so committed to, don't forget, episodes got to go up this week. Check the fucking scoreboard. Check me out. Go back and listen through all these. Go back and listen through all these. Follow the story to now. And then guess where it's going. Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. That's a pretty good guess. I mean, I don't know. What should I do with this show? I really feel like I got to get off people's radar. My face is on the video versions, and those are up on YouTube. I'm still, going to release them 1 year after they went up. I don't want to stop doing that. I'm so grateful to my patrons. Come check out the Patreon. I'm going to be putting stuff up there because I want you to get the bang for your buck. But, I don't know, friends. It's going to get harder to do this show. What have I even agreed to? Do I have to keep doing the show? Well, yeah, because people are giving money, so I have to do the show. I think. I don't know what the exact wording is. Let me check real quick, actually. Yeah, because this is the show. You pay for a topic. You vote on a gimmick. I mean, the Patreon's going to stay up. I want my patrons to know that, they're getting something for their contributions. But, yeah, I don't... Let me check real quick. Let me just see. Okay, car repair debt. Fix my car cast. $2,592 raised out of 59 donations. Goal of $10K. We didn't even crack 3,000. That's kind of a bummer, but what's the wording here? Include your podcast topic request in the words of support, please. My car broke and it cost $10,000 to fix. I paid for it on credit and I'm now dangerously in debt. Please give what you can. Also, if you donate, tell me what you want me to donate. Okay, donate. So that's good. So there's no oh no, you didn't make my episode, you have to refund it. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fundraiser. Category, fundraiser, donations. Yeah, okay, so these are donations. There's no if I do this, you do that. Well, kind of. If you donate, tell me what you want me to talk about on my fundraising podcast, Fix My Car Cast. The more you pay, the more I talk. I adapted that into more enthusiasm over the years, and I think I've been pretty enthusiastic about a lot of episodes. Your mileage may vary, but I don't see anything here where, somebody could demand the money back. Yeah, they're donations. Yeah, so just... That's it. Check it out. Fix My Car. Okay, here we go. The old description. It's the podcast where every donation earns you one episode topic or prompt. I dropped the prompt over time. The prompts became gimmicks. Okay. One donation earns you one episode topic. Okay. So, That says to me, okay, folks, I don't want to freak you out. I don't want you to think that this is the last episode of Fix My Carcast ever. Keeping in mind, I'm in character as someone who is in the year 2025. So, in America. And is trans. So, I think, yeah, I want to keep doing the show, but I think what it is going to have to change. I think I'm going to have to not be so public about it. Yeah, I mean, I think I'll keep this show going. I really do think I'm going to keep the show going. I like making it. I want to stress that. I like making it. I like making a lot of things. This one's been a little tough because, you know, there are days where like there aren't a lot of listeners. I don't know why this show is on IMDb. I don't know who's doing that. If you're the person doing that, please let me know. I'm going to guess it's an AI thing because boy, what can't AI ruin, including making me think I'm more significant than I really am. I'm actually pretty fucking significant. That would be another great title for this episode. It's not. But it would be a pretty great title. I've realized pretty far into this that my mic was down way lower than I'd like, and I hope any of this audio is good. But also, I'm pretty loud. So yeah, the future of the show. Like, let's get into it. Yeah. Let's talk about it. I want to keep doing this show, but some things are going to have to change. Probably the frequency of episodes coming out. Probably the way that it's made. But it looks like I'm over a barrel here. I said, as long as a donation comes in, you get an episode. So I guess what I could do, I mean, tell me how you feel about this. You can't, though. I hope you know that when you talk back to the podcast, I don't hear it. It's been 175 episodes. I'm going to feel so bad. Buddy, hey, no, buddy. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Oh, don't. Oh, no. I'm just acting. I'm just pausing where I think you're. Okay, yeah. No, I would never. All right, maybe if I was a little high. Oh! Sorry, I've never done that. Ever. I do like chocolate and pizza, but... anyway, so, yeah. You know, this show has a small but dedicated following. Extremely dedicated. Frighteningly so, some of them. Like, as much as I am like, oh boy, I wish more people would listen to the show, I have friends where every time I mention doing something on the show, they're like, oh yeah, I love that one. And I'm just like, oh, you're still listening. Thanks. Like, I never know who is. Some people drop in for long stretches. They sponsor one episode, they don't like it, and then they leave. That's not true. No, I don't think I've had anybody like really, really hate an episode. Well, I can think of one, but, you know, hey, that's the way it goes. You're donating to me. Someone who's trans in America in the year 2025. You got to keep that in mind. I'm a real person, and my name's Anakin. Wait, sorry, that's a different character. That's someone who's trans in the year 2026. But located where? Who knows? Foreshadowing? I'm a person, and I got to look out for my safety. And so if anyone is being creepy, then, you know, that makes me real scared. And everyone in this country is being creepy right now. Like, people really seem to think that money lets them have anything. I mean, I don't want to name names, but, like, anyone with a lot of money could swoop in here real fast and do something real shitty. To be honest, I'm probably getting sex trafficked no matter what. Don't laugh! I'm being very serious. They have our data. They can track us. They can make us lose our jobs. They can force us into doing anything to survive. I picked this like an idiot. So yeah, I'm scared. I'm worried. Anyone with enough money could come in and do some heinous shit. And by the way, I'm very fortunate it's never happened. I've always wondered, what if somebody sponsored the topic, you know, say good things about so-and-so. You know, there's an episode where I had to say good things about Elon Musk, and that was a struggle even 3 years ago. But yeah, I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that no one has paid me to do anything, say anything stupid. But, it is important to note, you just get to pick the topic. You don't get to pick how I feel about the topic. So, like, if anybody was like, LOL, some random Nazi, which, by the way, there's an episode about some random Nazi, but only because it came up on Wikipedia. I also feel like maybe doing the Wikipedia articles wasn't the best thing. We had donations for a long time. We had a donation coming in every week in the early days. And then when they started to fizzle out, it was like, oh, what am I going to do for suggestions? I could do a random Wikipedia page. I tried to make a podcast that was just me and a friend looking at random Wikipedia pages. It never really worked out. I don't think we had chemistry as friends, but we didn't have chemistry as hosts. I think we were just fundamentally too different to host a show together. So I kind of ported that over, and I even said, like, hey, are you okay with me doing this? And he was fine with it. That friend's a great friend. Speaking of friends who are just absolutely great, that friend is an amazing friend, has helped me out a lot. But I'll admit, I don't see him as much as I'd like. And truth be told, I kind of made this show because I wasn't seeing my friends as much as I'd like. Picture being a freshly trans person in America in the year 2020. Lockdown. Lockdown was real bad. Lockdown was real bad. For me, an extrovert. What was I doing with my life? Going to shows, being in shows. I had a stand-up career getting off the ground. And then lockdown happened, and I was like, well, what's something I can do? Lets my friends know what I'm up to, still make them laugh every week, keep the improv skills sharp. So I made this podcast. I originally started on YouTube. I had some friends say, it would be easier to listen to if you did it in an audio format. And I was like, well, that'll cost me money. And it has this whole time. Every month, $12. It is offset by what I'm making from Patreon. I am very fortunate that the money I've been making from Patreon has never dipped below the cost of hosting the podcast. But yeah, I'll admit that's another factor. Like, money's tight. Money's real tight right now. It's going to get a lot tighter if anyone decides that they don't like me and they want me to lose my job. A very real thing that can really happen. I don't want to get doxxed. And I don't fuck with that shit. That is low shit. I would never do anything like that. I only speak the truth. So yeah, I kind of started this show as a way to connect with friends because post-lockdown, it got real hard to connect with friends. I would invite people out to shows and they'd just be like, I don't feel comfortable going out right now, which I get, totally valid. But also people were like, I just don't go out anymore because I can't afford to, because of the capitalism. And yeah, they are just slowly wearing us down. They are boiling the frog. Something I learned about from the film Dante's Peak. But yeah, this frog's boiled, and none of us are jumping. Start jumping, y'all. This frog is boiled. If you're going through your life thinking that like, oh, well, we'll pull out of it. We're not pulling. We're done. We're cooked. We're frog soup, baby. Another great potential title for this episode. And I'd consider it. But it's not. Anyway, decisions. I've enjoyed making this podcast. I can look back and see the headspace I was in, and I can see that my own quirks made me keep it going and going, and I'm proud of it. I'm working on an album right now. I'm supposed to drop a track every 2 weeks. I'm going to be late on the next one. It personally devastates me. I don't have any fans yet. No one cares. Most people don't even know that's what I'm doing. That's another thing I have to remind myself. I set myself goals that other people don't even know that's the goal. The majority of my friends don't know what this show is. They've never listened to it. Also, I like spending time with my friends. And I get the irony that missing my friends is why I made a podcast where I force myself to be alone every week. But I also like spending time with my friends. And I get the irony that missing my friends is why I made a podcast where I force myself to be alone every week. but I'm having way more fun with my friends. I gotta go to Final Destination Book Club. What is that? You gotta head over to the Patreon to find out. There's so much good stuff. If you're like, oh boy, I want more Fix My Car Cast. I still want Fix My Car Cast to listen to every week. You gotta go to the Patreon. There's almost as many bonus episodes as there are of this. Bonus episodes used to be once a week. The show used to be daily because I was nuts. It used to be daily episodes and then a bonus episode on the weekend. And then it shifted to one regular, one bonus every week. Gang, that's a lot of my time. But, you know, the show didn't take off because I'm not talented. That's just the long and the short of it. I'm bad at everything, quite literally everything. And for that, I deserve to die. Trans in America in the year 2025. You know, I need a valuable skill, like making more money for billionaires. You know, I figured all this shit out a while ago. Knowing nothing about economics, getting my very first job, I was like, they make so much more off of this than I do. What if I just stop showing up? What if we all just stop showing up? And if they won't let us stop showing up, well, skip town. Get out of there. By any means necessary. I had these thoughts in fucking college, because, you know, I was that type. I was a questioner. You know, at a very young age, I told my mom, Mom, I think the world is made up of questioners and acceptors. I think a lot of people are acceptors, and I'm a questioner. And I can't remember what she said, but it was probably something along the lines of, stop thinking, that's what the only book I'll ever read says. Maybe read a couple of books. Maybe read a book you wouldn't normally. I haven't read a lot of romance. And I finally read one a few years ago, and I really enjoyed it. It was really nice. I never watched musicals, and then I did a project a while ago where I watched a musical every week for a year. God, I'm just like this, aren't I? I've done a lot of projects, y'all. I've done a lot of things. I want to tell you about them, but now I'm worried. I've talked a big game about I don't know if it's safe to do this show anymore. Oh, I just said it out loud. I don't know if it's safe to do this show anymore. Hell of a title. Not, but... Okay. I've done a lot of things. I'm not going to name them all, but look for me. Look for me. Hell, the names I've done them under have changed. So, maybe we just got to get off the internet. Maybe we don't make art on the internet anymore. Maybe we make it at home. Slip a podcast to my friends? Really? Really, Billy? Stranger things have happened. For example, look at the news literally right now. I don't care when it is. Look at the news right now. It's fucking weird. Hopefully you're not listening to this 200 years in the future. Though if you are, I do miss you, Drac. Okay, final decision. I want to confess something to you. I didn't know how this episode was going to end going in. I genuinely didn't. I was like, I will come to the decision in the episode, because won't that be in the spirit of the gimmick? Transamerica 2025. So yeah, I mean, it seems like as long as someone makes a donation, there's a new episode. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. Let me just check the page again. Yeah. The wording is, every donation earns you one episode topic. That could be a title. Be a great indicator for, hey, if you want another one of these, this is the episode to check. It's not the title, but like, you know, it would be a great indicator. So yeah, every donation earns you one episode topic or prompt. Okay. I guess that's it then. There will be a new episode if there is a donation. Confirm. Oh, whoops. Interesting. Sorry, I just noticed something while I was looking at the page. All right. Well, I think that's an episode. So, take to heart some of the things I said. And I'll see you in the next episode. As always, make friends, make art, and keep a hammer by your bed.